What's good? What's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. Oh yeah, we gonna get into it today. You tuned in to everything boxing and sports with my partner Money Brown TV, the big stepper. They go talking that boxing again. Y'all already know what to do. When y'all come in the building, make sure that you smash on the like button and hop in the comment section. Let me know you're in the building. What's good with it? John Kramer, what's happening with it? Rob Shaquille, what's happening? Macadocious Mac of the South. Lord to the game, Boxing Talk, Kwame East, what it do? Dwayne Freeman, what it do? Mr. Troll, the Troll Killer, Mr. Shelf, what's happening with it? What's good with it? Okay, a man of his word, 817 Boxing Beat off in the building. What's good with it, 817? I'm gonna drop you this link too. This link that I'm dropping is for 817. And my man, my partner, Money Brown, the big stepper, off in the building, doing big things. Oh, he got some big things coming for y'all. What's happening with it, Money?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going down, brother? What's going down with the chat? What's going down with the chat?
Let me drop 817, man. He was a man of his word, man. That's all we asked for. Let me get him this link in here too. TJ Sports Nation, what's happening with it? Sheldon Holmes, what it do? And we gonna break this down, man, because this is a lot of shit, you know, since Keith Thurman came out, he been talking that shit lately, you know. A lot of people, you know, focusing on him of being basically the only one that really ducked Errol Spence. So we gonna talk about it, man. And that link is in the building. I mean, that link is in the chat, 817 Boxing B, if you still in the building. I know we came in a little late. What's happening with your Money?
Chilling. I can't call it. Did a lot of homework, you know, work behind the scenes, trying to make shit happen.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir, man. You got some big things coming up, man. You got some big things coming up.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
We'll let them know in the middle of the show when people get in this bitch.
Yeah. Let's everybody come in. Like I said, smash on that like button. When you hit the building, jump in the comment section. Let us know that you know what I'm saying, you in the building. You know, so and we're gonna talk about this, you know. It might get a little heated and loud, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, we all family, and this just boxing. Yeah, man. Man, I watched that interview with Deontay Wilder that Fred had with him in the hotel, man. Hell of an interview, man. Wilder, man, he just so real, dog.
I got to finish it up. I did start it. I ain't finished it, though.
Yeah, I finished it, man. He just so real. And the thing is he'll say, he says he don't give a fuck. He says what the rest won't say. You know what I'm saying? He says what the rest are afraid to say. And I love that shit, dog. Only a real one will understand and respect it. You feel me? Only the real ones go understand and respect him.
All they ass, man. People talking all that shit about him not speaking. If he'd have spoke, y'all still was gonna take the shit and say stupid shit with it anyway. And so every time did he say he spoke already? Y'all heard what he said. Y'all know what he feel. So if you say the same shit, you motherfuckers have done up but say the same shit right afterwards. That's it.
Man, he kept it so trill though, man. That's what I loved about the situation, man. He kept it so trill in them interviews that he did with Ellie, and the interview that he did with Fred, man. That shit was, man, that was a dope ass interview. I just got done watching the whole thing earlier today. And salute to T-Town Cruz. He say, can you or Money recall Crawford saying he was going to Errol versus Garcia fight to get in the ring? Because I don't. He ain't never said that shit.
Nah, but I can't recall him saying that he wasn't going to the fight. I remember he said that.
Yeah, he said he.
So he just popped up on a humbug, just felt like he had come there and shit. and everybody trying to make it like Earl then was holding him out of the ring. Man, it was COVID protocol. First of all, Earl nor Danny did the interview inside the ring, and then if he really wanted to do that, he could have went to the post fight interview where everybody was at. So, miss us with the bullshit.
Bro, he said he was like, and his little career, ain't nobody worried about him. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking about no Errol Spence, and then he pop up to the fight. So no, he never said he was gonna go to the fight and get in the ring. Yeah, please, bro. But like I said, 817, if you want to grab that link, I dropped the link in the chat. If you want to grab that link, like I said, it's a continuance from the Money Brown TV show.
That's all the family in the chat. I see y'all showing up. That was going down to everybody, man.
So you know what I'm saying? If you want to grab that link, and Dan Lockett, LDBC, I don't know who you is, bro. So I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, that link is for 817 Boxing B. So he want to grab that link and we can continue what we had going on Money Brown TV. So you know, Phil J 508, what's happening with it? Let me see what's good with it. Let me put on 817 Boxing B. What's good? What's happening with it?
With you, homie.
What's happening? So you know what I'm saying? So
I know you ready to get to it.
Oh yeah. We're gonna get to it. Before we get to it, Money, you got anything else you wanna, you know what I'm saying, cook on before we get into it?
Nah, man, we can get into it. What's going down, A1?
What's going down, Money Brown?
Yes, sir.
Man, I can't call it.
All right, man.
Okay.
I just want to say, I'm so glad before you got started, you know, you laid it down and said, hey, it might get heated, it might be some back and forth in here, but it's all just boxing and we all family in this motherfucker. That's what's up.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? We do this all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? We do this all the time. Now, so last night, you know, the conversation came up on Money Brown TV, right? Sure. The conversation came up and we were talking about Keith Thurman. Basically, you know what I'm saying? It was Keith Thurman ducking. Somebody got to turn their background off because feedback. Somebody got to turn the YouTube off in the background or turn it down. We good? Okay. But yeah, we good now? I think it's still on. Okay. Wait, hold on. I'ma just because you still got feedback. You gotta cut me off on YouTube.
I don't even have the YouTube up no more. I'm on my phone.
Okay, hold on, man. Okay. Yeah, see, it's a lot of feedback. Maybe you got your YouTube on your phone in the background.
Nah.
Money, you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. You probably just got to mute to it sometimes.
Yeah, you get feedback from both of us.
Okay. Want me to come out and come back in?
Yeah, try to come out and come back in.
For
if
sure.
If that don't work, I'll just put you on mute while we talking and then unmute you when you talk.
For sure.
All right. So anyway, to get y'all up to speed, right? We was on Money Brown TV last night, right? And the topic came up of Keith Thurman and, you know, basically all this shit that Keith Thurman is talking about now. Talking about when he made the statement about how what did he say? What did he say about how Floyd Mayweather is the one who put Errol Spence up to calling him out? That Errol Spence never really wanted to fight him. That was because Floyd Mayweather was basically telling him what to say. And hold on, let me bring him back in. Yo,
is that better?
Let me see. Yeah, I think you're good now. Yeah. So we brought up the topic about Floyd Mayweather. You know, Keith Thurman coming out with this silly shit he was talking about, right? Saying that Floyd Mayweather was telling him what to say. You feel me? That Errol Spence never wanted to fight him. It was just because Floyd Mayweather came out and was basically pulling strings in his back like a puppet. And we all know that's some bullshit, right? And I made the statement. I said, Keith Thurman, he just basically running out of shit to say. He running out of shit to say. Everybody know that Keith Thurman was ducking Errol Spence, right, at one point. But I said that I feel like right now that Keith Thurman, his competitive nature in him, right? All these fighters are top world-class fighters. You know what I'm saying? He got a competitive nature in him. He looked back at that shit, and he don't want to look like no bitch. Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter already fought Errol Spence, right? Now, he the only one that was left out and ain't got a chance to fight Errol Spence, right? So he don't want to look like no bitch, right? At the end of the day, when it go down in history books, he don't want to be the only one like, damn, I'm the only one that did fighting. So that shit bothering him. He really want to get in there and get that smoke with Errol Spence now, right? Because he don't want to look like he was the only one that ducked. You feel me? And on top of that, of course, see, you get feedback again. I'm gonna mute you, and then I'll let you talk when I get done. And then on top of that, right, you got Keith Thurman. Of course, he wants a shot at Errol Spence just because he got, you know what I'm saying? He that big dude. He the top name, and Keith Thurman need another big fight, right? So, of course, I think it's 50-50. 50% of it is he don't want to go out looking like no motherfucking punk. The other 50% of it is, well, Errol Spence do got the biggest name, and I do need a big fight, right? So he's running out of shit to say. That shit that he said about Floyd Mayweather was straight goofy shit. But everybody know that was fake. But then we got to talking, and I said, we single out Keith Thurman on ducking Errol Spence, right? I said, but Keith Thurman ain't the only one that was ducking him. The rest of them was ducking Errol Spence just as much as Keith Thurman is, but Keith Thurman is the one that gets singled out. And I said, with Errol Spence just don't fuck with Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has that one person that just rub you the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? You just like, man, I don't know, man. It's just something about that motherfucker. Every time he opened his mouth, I don't like him. Like, hey, he just rubbed me the wrong way. So I said, with Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying? So I said, with Errol Spence, it's not the fact that it can't be the fact that Keith Thurman was ducking him, right? That can't be solely the fact, because you know what I'm saying, why he just hate Keith Thurman, right? It's something that he just don't like about Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman just rubbed him the wrong way. Keith Thurman's attitude and persona just rubs Errol Spence the wrong way. I said, because if it was just simply on the fact that Keith Thurman was ducking him, I said, well, he would have the same feelings towards Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter, right? Because they all ducked him too. Now, my man, 817 was saying, nah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. He was telling me that it was bullshit because, you know what I'm saying, Keith Thurman duck was the biggest duck out of all of them. Keith Thurman was the biggest duck out of all of them, right? And so, I said, okay, if you think Keith Thurman was the biggest duck out of all of them, you know what I'm saying? When I'm saying that they all ducked him, okay, we're going to come on the show and we're going to break it down and we're going to see who was ducking the most. Who was ducking the most, right? And let him get his words in, and then Money get his words in, and then we'll go ahead and continue this conversation.
All right, brother. Appreciate you you letting me in. Now, sure. let's try to establish where I am and where you are on it, and where we differ in matter of opinion, and why. So then we can really differentiate, what we discussing here. Right. I also believe that all three of them, that all of them ducked him. That was never a question. I mean, there's enough evidence out there for all of us to see that he was ducking, that they was ducking him. Facts. Okay. Now, on the first point that you made, when Keith came out with this bullshit here recently about Floyd or whatever, right? Now, I truly don't believe that Floyd is Earl's, that he was puppeting Earl and telling him what to say and to go chase Keith and all of that shit.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm like you. I feel like that's bullshit. But I will say this: Floyd Mayweather is a very perceptive person. Okay, and I believe after he got out of jail, right, and had Earl in that camp and seen what Earl had, I believe he knew that Thurman and the rest of them cats really didn't want to see no part of him, and an easy way just to dismiss Thurman. Because yeah, he could have fought Thurman. We all know he could have fought Thurman. And we all know that at the end of the day, Floyd would have came out there victorious. Fuck what Keith woofing and talking about. But an easy way to get him out the way is to put his biggest fear in his face. Because we all know when Floyd speak, motherfuckers gonna listen, whether it's because you can't stand it or because you follow him because of what he done in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So I believe Floyd was very smart in the way that he dispelled Thurman. I believe there's some validity to it, but none in the way that, hey, Floyd was puppeting EJ and all of that, because EJ is his own man. So if there is any truth to it, Keith, I mean, he pulled your motherfucking card. Because as soon as he put Spence, soon as Spence said your name and got to call you out, you ain't want none. You ain't want none, and you showed everybody. Now, number two, what you were saying as far as why he has a disdain for Keith more so than anybody, and you say, you know, how some people just rub you the wrong way or whatever, and I'm thinking the chat will agree with me in this. It's the way that Keith was doing the ducking. It's how he was talking every time he got a camera in front of his face. You never seen Danny Garcia and or Shawn Porter not really respectfully duck that man. And what I'm saying to you is there was no sonning, there was no that boy need to this, that, and the third with his talk. You feel me? I grew up right here in Dallas Fort Worth all my entire life. Earl been here since he was 2. I tell you, bro, the kind of demeanor he got, you know what I'm saying, is many and one and the same of cats down here, bro. I ain't no killer, but don't push me. You feel what I'm saying? But when you get out and doing all that wolfing and talking like you the big bad wolf, but when it comes to when somebody put his name out there, you got a million motherfucking excuses. And when you making your excuses, you making them in a son and manner. That's why he stood out more in his ducking, more so to people and to Errol Spence.
Now I'm gonna tell you, you absolutely right about Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter never came out and ducked Errol Spence and talked disrespectful.
Fact.
Danny Garcia did though. So you're wrong about that. Danny Garcia did, and he did it on several different occasions. But we'll get to that.
Now, Danny and his daddy did step out of line a couple of times. They did step out of line a couple of times. I agree with you on that. But what I'm saying to you is, Keith Thurman at the time was what? The man, right? He had the belts, right? So more so, it was more cameras and mics in front of him than anybody else. He more opportunities than anybody else to get asked that question. And every time that question came, my brother, he had another lame ass excuse, but he was still sunning him while doing it. So to me, that's why he stands out more in the duckery. And actually, these other cats, when their feet got made hell to the fire, they had to fight. I'm not gonna really give Danny and Shawn credit for fighting. I'm gonna give them credit for fighting him, for going ahead and signing the dotted line. You know what I'm saying? But pretty much, I mean, we seeing now, even with Pacquiao, fighting Earl is a last resort shit. Damn, either I'm gonna be mandated, it's just like Jerron. Either I'm gonna be mandated or I'm gonna get that bag and get my ass whooped. Thurman already knew that boy was gonna whoop my ass. He knew it. Shawn knew it too. They just didn't have as much to lose as that motherfucker did. And I think, I'm just saying, from exposure wise, every time he got an opportunity to dispel why he wasn't fighting Earl, it was in a sunny manner, and it just rubbed. Man, say a Texas nigga just rub us the wrong way. You can be the man. You can be your man and be over there and not really catch the disrespect. And how you when another man mentions my name, as long as it ain't no disrespect, you can be all the man you want to be. But it was in that sunny manner, brother, just rubbed Earl the wrong way and rubbed us the wrong way, especially when we seen him duck. Next thing you know, this motherfucker went to the mountains, got a new edge up, and come back with no ponytail. And a bag full of new excuses. He behind, bruh, and he don't want to take. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna back out. He don't want to fight Earl now because he the man and he need a big fight. He want to fight Earl now because when he came back to this motherfucker, every time he talked about getting back in the motherfucking ring, everybody say, "Boy, you ducked Errol Spence. Boy, get the fuck out of here. You ducked Errol Spence. Get out of here. You ducked Errol Spence. You a gatekeeper now. You ducked Errol Spence, bro." Everybody seen what happened with Riverside Rocky. I seen Collazo damn near shit bagging and them run from him. So it was on, man, say, I really do feel like Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, they were all benefits of avoid being left in the game of boxing from Floyd. There was a little period in between there. These cats, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, really on the cool, are not our same fighters that we put in the ilk like your Winkies and all of that stuff when we talk about eras of boxing. They just dudes that's in this era, bro. Bud, Earl, Jerron, they the class of the division. Straight up, bro. Okay. Titles aside. And I'm talking about skills and what I see. Now, we already know what the credentials is.
Let me let Money get in, man. Let me let Money get in and get his take on this situation, man.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm loving the back and forth.
You got anything you want to add in there?
Well, I'm listening to y'all, man. I'm like listening to y'all, but it's like with the situation. Then I'm talking to my little cousin too, so I missed some of the shit. Okay. But just with the situation though, man, with Earl and Thurman and like, yes, they was ducking the shit out of him. Like, this what I came to realize, just to keep it real. Earl was a high risk, low reward at the time, right? With some of them dudes. So it didn't really come to like 2017 to where he got the belt to where he put himself in position to start getting those fights. You know what I mean? So when we're looking at that shit, I don't know if my man dropped off. When we're looking at the situation, you know, it's more like he had to put the work in because Danny and Shawn was above him. And as much as I want to keep to get them fights, I couldn't get pissed off with Keith fighting Shawn and Danny. So you had to give him credit for those because he fought Danny as a champion and Shawn was still above Earl. Earl was trying to fight them boys. But it's just the point that when he did get him right, and then when Earl did get the scrap in 2017, Keith was in position to make it happen. You know what I mean? Everybody knew that was the two top cats at the division, just like Earl and Bud is now. And when you the two top cats in the division, that's what people go want. They go clamor for that shit. And it was the way that Keith was reacting every time he get in front of a fucking camera or when he see Errol Spence and things of that nature, like he didn't want the damn smoke. You know what I'm saying? He was just reacting that way and that everybody could just hear his ass was talking like the get back here, not on a to-do list. You know, just the shit that he was saying, man, that shit got up under people's skin and shit. But at the same time, right, he was the man. Keith was the man, and everybody go gun for you when you're the man and shit like that. Unified champion, you know, you hold your cards, so you playing your chessboard how you play your chessboard. But at the same time, people still looking at that shit like, man, this dude don't want no damn smoke with Errol Spence. Just off his temperament and the way he was responding to interviews and shit. And that shit do rub people the wrong way and piss you off. You know what I mean? But to Keith's little situation, to his advantage to say, right, he was injured. And man, Keith was looking, but I know there's gonna be Keith, but no. And it was a situation where I didn't even know that motherfucker shut out for that 2-year long stretch. I'm like, God damn. And I wanted to fight, and I was making videos back and forth. I just felt like when he did come back and fight Manny Pacquiao, right? Because I wanted him to fight Earl. Because when Jeff Horn won the title, he was bulking up. He was ready to fight Jeff Horn. Yeah, I'll fight him because he knew that shit was an easy fight. Then with Manny Pacquiao, you can't miss the bag. But in my opinion, if you're in good enough shape to fight a Manny Pacquiao, who is the top motherfucking welterweight, you're in good enough shape to fight Errol Spence. Even if you're talking about you injured and all that shit, everybody get injured and shit. So that was my little riff for Keith fans. But now that Earl's on top, I'm not pissed off at him for trying to get Errol Spence ass. Now you can play tit for tat, or you can try to rub it in the motherfucking face, but nobody still has beat Keith Thurman in y'all era and y'all group, right? Keith Thurman's still great for the sport. To me, Keith Thurman's still the number 3 welterweight because I got Pacquiao on his own level. Earl, Bud, then Thurman, right? So it's still a hell of a fight if Earl chooses to fight that fight. I still want to see him fight Keith Thurman. It'll still make hell of a money. And the press conference will be on fire, bro. You feel me? But for us to ducking, all they ass ducked them. None of their ass want to smoke. And, Shawn Porter was the first to get in the ring with his ass. So right now the table has turned, and now Earl is on top.
Right. So, and like I said, my take is they all ducked him. So, I posted this on Facebook, and a lot of y'all stupid, ignorant bastards, like, what are you talking about? Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter and Danny Garcia, they fought Errol Spence. Like, what the fuck do you mean? They fought. Everybody knows they fought Errol Spence, you retarded motherfuckers. Did you just start watching boxing yesterday? I'm saying that at one point in time, they all ducked him, right? Keith Thurman is the fighter that gets singled out for ducking him. He is the main fighter, right, that got singled out for ducking him when they was all ducking him at one point, right? You go back to 2015. 2015 is when Errol Spence first started calling out Danny Garcia, right? But he first started calling out Danny Garcia, 2015, right? When Danny Garcia made a statement, you remember this, money. That, you know what I'm saying? This kid ain't done nothing. Who is he? Like, I'm not, and it was disrespectful. I remember that shit. He was standing up there. He did an interview, and he was disrespectful towards Errol Spence. He was basically like, you know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is he? He ain't done nothing. You know what I'm saying? Right? Also, that same year, Floyd Mayweather offered Shawn Porter and he offered Keith Thurman. See, that's what y'all trying to dismiss. He offered Shawn Porter and Keith Thurman. Whoever want to take it, if you want a shot at fighting me, go ahead and beat Errol Spence. If you beat him, you can fight me. And I'll put both my titles on. And when you fight him, I'll put the titles up for that fight. I'll take both of my titles and y'all can fight for them. You just got to fight Errol Spence, and then you can fight me. He didn't just tell Keith Thurman that. He told Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter. Now, also, Keith Thurman, you know what I'm saying? He didn't accept, nor did Shawn Porter accept. Now, Money and 817, they right when they saying that Keith Thurman would get in front of the camera and he'll talk slick. Okay, I agree with you with that. The only one that didn't get in front of the camera, that wasn't talking slick when they had a chance to talk about Errol Spence or when they would ask about Errol Spence, was Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter just told you flat out, like, okay, he's not on my agenda. Let me play. Hold on. Let's see what Shawn Porter said. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what Shawn Porter said. This is in 2018. Hold on. And we're gonna go down the line of all of them. Hold on. This Shawn Porter right here.
God, let's do it. And that never happened. That was 3 years ago. Almost 3 years ago now, I fought Keith Thurman. 2 years ago now, I fought Keith Thurman. That was fight of the year almost, or whatever. Those are the two guys that I've been looking at. Those are the two guys that I've made goals to fight. WBC title is a goal I made to have that belt at my house. And that's it. So when you talk about Errol Spence, I say sorry, but 3 years ago you weren't the guy I was looking at. 2 years ago you weren't the guy I fought. You're not the guy that has the WBC title, so you're just not the guy I want to fight. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. If you a media guy saying, oh, he's ducking him, if you just a guy out there that's seeing the media saying, oh, he's ducking him, I say, hey, it wasn't my goal 3 years ago to fight Errol Spence. It's not my goal a year ago to fight Errol Spence. Right now, I'm not fighting Errol Spence. Simple as I say, you gotta wait.
Okay, that's so right there, Shawn Porter. Right on top of that, that's 2018. That's when Errol Spence, he got a name now. He got a belt, all of that. That right there, what I played to you is 2018, right? In 2016, or no, was it 16 or 17? I think it was the beginning of 2017. I personally was with Kenny Porter, and I asked Kenny, I said, Kenny, because Kenny at the time, no, man, I think this is 2016. Kenny at the time, he was talking to me about how much, basically how Danny Garcia was ducking them. He was like, we want the fight with Danny Garcia. We've been calling out Danny Garcia for the longest. We want that fight with Danny Garcia, right? And he's talking about Danny Garcia, how they was just because Danny Garcia was ducking Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter was begging for a fight with Danny Garcia for a long time. I asked Kenny Porter, me personally, I asked him, I said, well, what's up with Errol Spence? What's happening with Errol Spence? You know what I'm saying? What's the deal with Errol? Like, y'all want to fight Errol? Kenny Porter looked at me and continued to talk about something that was totally different, like he didn't even hear the question. And we walking and I'm talking to him. And salute to Kenny Porter. I fuck with Kenny Porter, you know, but those are facts. They had no intentions on fighting Errol Spence until they showed up at the Mikey Garcia fight, right? Until they showed up at the Mikey Garcia fight, and Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence surprised everybody when they put 50,000 asses in those seats in Dallas Cowboy and Jerry World. After that, Kenny Porter and Shawn Porter was sitting right there. They looked around and they was like, shit, we could get a big pay-per-view fight. Let's do it now. They didn't want him until he blew up like that. They didn't want no parts of Errol Spence, right? Even before, another thing with Shawn Porter, right? Kenny Porter did an interview with Dante's Boxing Nation, and at this time, Kenny Porter was WBC champion. Errol Spence was IBF champion.
Shawn Porter, not Kenny Porter.
I mean, not Kenny Porter, Shawn Porter, right? Errol Spence was the IBF champion, and Shawn Porter was the WBC champion, right? Dante got on, started asking Kenny Porter about making the unification bout. At that point in time, everybody was talking about making the unification bout with Errol Spence and Shawn Porter. That was the fight that everybody wanted to see. Errol Spence had been on Shawn Porter's neck, and he had been calling out Shawn Porter, right? This is what Kenny Porter says. He says, well, if y'all want them to fight so bad, we'll fight. But you know what? Let's just, you know what I'm saying? Let's just make it a non-title fight. The best man win. And I'm like, bro, but why would you make it a non-title fight if your son is the WBC champion and Errol Spence is the IBF champion? So he says, yeah, we can make that happen, but it'll have to be a non-title fight. When have you ever heard some shit like that? Now you're gonna tell me that Keith Thurman was the biggest one ducking him? Come on, bro. Y'all need to go get your facts straight, right? Now, let's get on Danny Garcia. Let's get on that. So when you say when y'all come on there talking about, yeah, we can fight, but it got to be a non-title fight. That ain't ducking. When and that was in what year was that? That was in 20. Maybe it was in 20. It would have to be 2018. When was that Dante Boxing Nation interview when Kenny Porter said that shit, money?
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
That had to be around 2018. They had to.
Okay, yeah, it was around there, right? Right. So
Shawn had got one fight in, and then I think him and Earl got it in. I think he defended his title once, because that was his whole situation. Defended his title, then they'll lose that bitch every time he became a champion. So he defended the title once, and then he ended up losing. So it had to be 2018. I think that's when he fought.
No, that ain't no negotiation tactic, 817. That's a tactic that I don't believe that we can beat Errol Spence. So if we do get in there and fight him, we can say we fought him, but we still got our fucking belt. That's
right. I used to be on Kenny Porter's head too, because his ass used to always always bring up, well, I did this for Earl, and because y'all act like he was the one that brought Earl up and shit, trying to take the credit away from Derrick James. I used to be on Kenny's head about that shit and things of that nature. But I'm like, man, so what they got to do with him fighting your son, bro? Like, you say something about this, that, and all that shit. I took Earl over here. I did this for Earl. Always saying that shit. We went over to watch Earl fight, you know. So Earl is my guy, and you know they all got to fight each other. He ain't just say that. He talking about let's do it 2 times. He always try to put Shawn in position to get a second fight. Or we can sign up for 2 times on the contract. We can do it 2 times, you know. Because after we win, then he'll want it. But motherfucker, you thought after y'all lose, you get a rematch, you go back in there and do it again. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, they all their ass was ducking, man. But I just think, like I said, I think Keith Thurman just rubbed people the wrong way because he was the big dog, and everybody wanted to see number one face, you know, the motherfucker they thought they can beat him. You know what I mean? So I think that's how that played out. But all their ass had they little ducking session.
Right now,
Keith, I'm about to get this haircut, Keith, but I'm still here though, bro.
Okay, bet. Now let's get to this. Hold on. Let me see. Here's some more footage. Hold on. Let me play y'all this.
And Bet, what's going on, my bro?
What's happening with it, Batman? My bad. What's happening with it, Bat?
What's up, Ken, man?
What's happening with it? Now let me play y'all this.
You know, I had a lot of guys, you know, not answering the calls. You know, a lot of guys, you know, I wasn't called these guys saying they're not, the reporters mentioned my name. You know, they try to make an excuse, this and that. Okay, I have a belt now. I went over there and got the belt. So what's the excuse now? And I'm still calling it. I have a belt and I'm still calling these dudes out. Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, all these guys. You wouldn't be sitting here if Keith Thurman or Danny Garcia or Shawn Porter said they'll take the fight. You know, I shouldn't be a world champion having to call these dudes out. And Lamont Peterson answered the call like a real fighter and like a real soldier should do.
So what do you see in 2018 for you in a perfect world?
So that's 2018. I got a belt and I've been calling these dudes out. We've been behind the scenes talking to Al Hammond and they've been making excuses. Danny Garcia, right? Danny Garcia did an interview in 2018, right? And he was asked on the spot, well, you know what I'm saying? What you think about Errol Spence and this and that? You know, that'll be a great fight. You know what I'm saying? Well, what's up with you in the Errol Spence fight? He says, I don't think nothing special about him. Like he's just a basic fighter to me. Like, you know, and then so they got on his helmet. Like, well, why can't y'all make that fight happen? He says, after calling the man a basic fighter and saying ain't nothing special about Errol Spence at all, right? And how you would whoop him. Then they say, well, what's up with making the fight? Danny Garcia says, if y'all want me to fight him so bad, won't y'all give me $10 million? Give me 10 mil. He said, I'll fight him. Now, this is at a point before Errol Spence even fought Mikey Garcia. So he had never made nowhere near 10 mil. Danny Garcia had never made nowhere near 10 mil. He hadn't even fought Shawn Porter yet at the time, right? So Danny Garcia was the WBC champion at that time when he made that statement, right? And none of them had made nowhere near 10 mil. And he said, the only way I'm fighting him is you got to pay me 10 mil. See, y'all don't have, my memory ain't the best, but I remember that shit because, and the reason I remember is because I was a big Danny Garcia fan until he started talking a whole bunch of shit about Errol Spence, but then he would never fight him. So I'm like, if you can beat him so easily and he's just a basic fighter and ain't nothing special about him, why you don't fight him? Fast forward. Danny Garcia only wanted to fight Errol Spence, right? After he saw Errol Spence and Shawn Porter. Keith Thurman told y'all that Danny Garcia was rubbing his hands like, man, I can beat him now. I see something in him. I can beat him now. He did that's years down the line. Right? So Shawn Porter, right? Let's sum it up. Shawn Porter never wanted to fight him, had no interest in fighting him until they went and they saw Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia put 50,000 asses in the seats and do big pay-per-view numbers in Dallas Cowboys Stadium. That's when Kenny Porter and Shawn Porter was like, shit, We want to fight in this stadium. We want to fight Errol Spence in this stadium. Let's make it happen now. But see, Al Heyman already had been on their helmet for a long time trying to get all of them to fight Errol Spence. Danny Garcia, he didn't want to fight Errol Spence until he seen Shawn Porter fight Errol Spence. And Errol Spence had two belts at the time. And Danny Garcia basically didn't have nothing to lose because he already had 2 L's on his record at the time from Keith Thurman and from Shawn Porter. Man, quit playing with me. Now, Keith Thurman, he was ducking too. But you can't say that Keith Thurman was ducking more than any of them because they was all ducking. Keith Thurman was ducking right when Keith Thurman was really ducking Errol. Okay, now, none of those guys was injured, right? At one point in time, they was all ducking Errol Spence at the same time. All making excuses not to fight him, right? Now, like Money said, if you go down the timeline, right? If you go down the timeline, Errol Spence won his belt in 2017. 2017. The only timeline after Errol Spence got his belt that wait, hold on. And it might not even been the timeline. Money, is you still right there where you could?
All right, here. What you say?
Okay, Errol Spence got his belt in, I think it was April
May
2017, right?
Yeah, April or May. I think it's May 27th.
Okay, and then when did Keith Thurman get the WBC title from Danny Garcia?
I think it was 2018.
Was it in 20? No, it was 2017.
27. Hold on, let me look.
Yeah, watch. Hold on. I'm gonna break this shit down for y'all right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna break this shit down for y'all right now. Because we gonna talk shit about one, we gonna give the same energy to the rest of them. So Keith Thurman fought Danny Garcia March the 4th of 2017, right? So he fought Danny Garcia like a month or two before Errol Spence went and got his belt. March of 2017, right? At that point in time, Errol Spence did not have a belt at that point in time, right? Am I right or am I wrong? Errol Spence didn't get his belt, right? Hold on. I'm going to tell y'all when Errol Spence and got his belt. I think it was in April of that same year, or it was in either April or May. Errol Spence got his belt in, let me see, in May 27th of 2017, right? May 27th of 2017. Keith Thurman, listen, y'all. So y'all talking all that shit and don't know the timelines of what the fuck y'all talking about. Errol Spence got his belt in May 17th, in May of 2017. Keith Thurman, right? He fought Danny Garcia in March of 2017. Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman was a unification bout, right? Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman was a unification bout. Danny Garcia had the WBC. Keith Thurman had the WBA. Right? Now, at that point in time, if you saying Keith Thurman was just running and ducking. Now, he wouldn't give Errol Spence no shot, so you can say whatever you want to. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, right? But at that point in time, Errol Spence don't have no belt. Danny Garcia got a belt, and it's a unification bout. Who you gonna fight? Are you gonna go fight the man that don't have no belt or the man that has the belt where I can unify? So you can't say that he was ducking Errol Spence then, because name me one fighter right now that'll pass up a unification bout that's an open unification bout where both fighters are talking about they want to fight each other at that point in time, and go fight a guy, an up-and-coming motherfucking goddamn lion that don't have no belt. And also at that point in time, Errol Spence was already in line waiting for his shot at the IBF title because he had to wait 9 or 10 months to fight Kell Brook. So the Kell Brook fight had already been in place. Y'all forgetting that he waited 9 or 10 months to fight Kell Brook because Kell Brook was also ducking him. Talk to me now. Come on, y'all. Man, quit playing with me. KG, and I'm going to finish cooking because I ain't done yet. What's good with it? KG off in the building in that super chat. He says, what's good, my dude, Key and Big Stepper, talking that boxing salute, and make sure y'all hit that like button. What's good with it, KG? Always showing love and support. Appreciate you, right? So let's X that shit out right now, okay? After Keith Thurman went and beat Danny Garcia in 2017, before Errol Spence ever had a belt, Keith Thurman was on a shelf. Do y'all hear me? Keith Thurman was injured on the shelf for 2 years. And you can't say that and you cannot tell me that he faked the injury because the man put his fucking elbow up and he had stitches in this shit. This shit was black, blue, and you know what I'm saying? This shit was black and blue. So you can't say, oh,
Yeah.
well.
Put all the damn yelling for you busting brain vessel.
What you say?
I say, stop all the yelling for you busting damn brain vessel.
Nah, man, I'm cooking right now because I'm sick of people telling me that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about and they don't know what the fuck they talking about, right? Yeah, y'all gonna feel me right now. I'm gonna get my point across, right? So the man wasn't faking no injury, you know, and don't get me wrong. I ride with Errol Spence all day, every day. I'm not even no big, huge Keith Thurman fan. I'll fuck with Keith Thurman, but I ain't no just diehard Keith Thurman fan. I ride with Spence, but the facts is the facts, and wrong is wrong, and right is right, right? So my thing is you can't single out Keith Thurman and say that, oh, he's just the biggest duck, and he's this and that and this and that, if you ain't gonna say it for the rest of them motherfuckers. Because Shawn Porter had the belt when Keith Thurman, I mean, Shawn Porter had the belt at the same time that Errol Spence had a belt. And he didn't want to fight Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Danny Garcia said that he needed $10 million to fight Errol Spence. And this is when, come on, bro, this is when ain't none of them making near that much money. Shawn Porter also said that fucking, well, if you want us to fight Errol Spence in a unification bout, can't no belts be on the line. He get to keep his belt. We get to keep our belt. We can just fight, you know what I'm saying, just also off of GP. No, who does that? So that ain't ducking. That really sounds like ducking to me. You know what I'm saying? All of them dudes are in the same boat. They didn't want to fight Errol Spence until they saw a big opportunity, right? Now, what my man 817 said earlier, when he said that Keith Thurman was the only one that was ducking Errol Spence in the fashion and being disrespectful. And I disagree with that because I said, like I told y'all, Danny Garcia was doing it also. Shawn Porter was respectful with it because being disrespectful ain't his style. You see what I'm saying? So the rest of them buckethead the rest of them, they was ducking and they was talking shit at the same time on some 9-9 boo-boo type shit. Now, I
think Kenny Porter was being way more disrespectful than Keith Thurman.
He was. Because remember, Keith Thurman told y'all. Keith Thurman was like, well, you know, I'm not fighting him. You know, I think that me and Errol Spence is the biggest fight out there. This is what Keith Thurman was telling y'all. He gave props to Errol Spence, though. He said, I think that Errol Spence is the best fighter out of there, out of the bunch besides me. I think that is a mega fight between us. And then when he was injured, he was like, I'm injured. I can't fight. So you can't have a man come in there with fucking stitches in his arm, right? He sat out for 2 years. Now, when he came back in 2018, right? He came back in 2018. He fought Josito Lopez. Now, did y'all want Keith Thurman to come back and hop straight in the ring with Errol Spence? What sense does that make? He told y'all he wasn't coming back and he wasn't going to hop straight in the ring with Errol Spence right off the rip, right? When he came back, he told y'all, I'm not fighting Errol Spence. I'm not giving no rematch to Danny Garcia. And I'm not fighting Shawn Porter. It's a get-back year. I'm not fighting none of those dudes. It's a get-back year. Well, what about Errol Spence? No, I'm not fighting him. It's a get-back year. I'm not fighting him right now. And he told y'all straight up, bro. He told y'all, so he didn't try to act like, oh, yeah, I want to fight him and then make an excuse. He just told y'all straight up, I'm not fighting him, right? Now, the next thing is y'all going to say, well, he fought Danny Garcia after he fought Josecito Lopez. I mean, not Danny Garcia. He fought Manny Pacquiao after he fought Josecito Lopez, right? Now, all of them guys was trying to fight Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman told you out of his own mouth. He kept it 100. He kept it real. He said, I knew I was injured, right? I knew I was injured when I got offered the Manny Pacquiao fight. But I was like, fuck it. I thought that I could, Manny Pacquiao age and Manny Pacquiao size, that injured or not, I could still go in there and beat Manny Pacquiao. Right? So basically what he told y'all is he told y'all that he wasn't respecting Manny Pacquiao. He looked at Manny Pacquiao as food. He respected Errol Spence because he's like, if I'm injured, I know I can't go in there and beat Errol Spence, but I think I can beat Manny Pacquiao. So he gave Manny Pacquiao no respect. He gave Errol Spence the utmost respect. Y'all looking at this shit the wrong way. He gave Errol Spence the utmost respect, right? But he had told y'all all along, it's a get-back year. After I get past Manny Pacquiao, I have to do this. Yeah, we're going to fight. Me and Errol Spence are going to fight. We're going to fight. That fight going to happen, and it's going to be a big fight. He wasn't going to chase. He wasn't going to pass up no fucking. If he was able to get in the ring, he wasn't going to pass up no chance to get a bag with Manny Pacquiao, the highest payday of his life. And he really thought, injured or not, I can beat Manny Pacquiao. Now, you can't say that he was not injured when he faced Manny Pacquiao because he had a surgery when he fought, right after he fought Manny Pacquiao. He had a major hand surgery, and he's still been out since then. So when was the timeline that Keith Thurman, right, when Errol Spence had a belt and Keith Thurman had a belt, when was the timeline that Keith Thurman was really, truthfully, ducking Errol Spence and had a chance to fight Errol Spence? Straight up. Let's keep it 100. Put your feelings aside, because like I said, at the end of the day, I could come on here and say the same shit because I'm not a big Keith Thurman fan and I ride with EJ 150%. I could come on here and easily say he was ducking. But no, with me, I want to speak facts. And I'm not going to give the other two energy and then act like that. You know what I'm saying? Come on, we're not going to do that. So let me know when both of them had a belt, when was the timeline that Keith Thurman was actually ducking Errol Spence when he was active, when they both had belts? Because the man set out 4 years. He set out 4 years. It's been 4 years. In between this timeline, it's been 4 years he was sitting out. He set out 2 years with before he fought Manny Pacquiao and what's his name? Josecito Lopez. And after Manny Pacquiao, it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years now. That's 4 years combined. So let me know. I want to know. Don't just come on here and say shit. You got to bring the facts because receipts are receipts. They was all ducking at one point, but you can't say that Keith Thurman was the biggest duck of them all because, right, when Errol Spence got that status, when he had them belts and he got that status, right, Keith Thurman was injured. Keith Thurman been injured. You see what I'm saying? Y'all got to keep it 100. If you ain't going to keep it 100 on here, just keep it 100 with yourself. Right? It wasn't no timeline. And the only timeline was for if Keith Thurman was like, okay, fuck it. I'm not going to fight Manny Pacquiao. I'll fight Errol Spence. And he'd have to be a goddamn fool to do that. Ain't no fighter that's in boxing right now that'll do some shit like that, right? I ain't gonna say no damn fool. Let me take that back. You have to have the nuts of a goddamn dinosaur to do some shit like that, right? And the only fighter that's out here doing shit like that and that's willing to do some shit like that I know of is Deontay Wilder. The rest of them they ain't making moves like that. The rest of them ain't doing shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Come on. That's just like right now, if Errol Spence, he has his title, right? He got 2 titles, right? Manny Pacquiao come on the scene and they reinstate Manny Pacquiao, and Errol Spence say, you know what? I don't want to fight Manny Pacquiao. I'll go and fight Ugas, you know what I'm saying, for no title. Because Ugas was calling me out. And y'all was saying that I was ducking Ugas a couple years ago. Fuck Manny Pacquiao and that title that they just gave back to him. I'm fighting Ugas. Come on, man. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me, man. Let me read some of these comments real quick, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and, you know, speak your words, Batman. 817 Boxing B say, Keon, you on point. And 817, man, I respect that from you, because you know what I'm saying? Me and you, we had a little dialogue last night, and I respect that you a man to say, okay, yeah, you actually right when I go look at it. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Lori Reed, salute. Make sure that y'all go on Facebook and go subscribe to Loyalty Boxing and Promotions. Loyalty Promotion and Boxing on Facebook. Great group, a great group. A lot of fighters in that group, a great group. Let me see. Let me see. What y'all talking about? John Kramer said after the first round, Keith knew that's not what he ordered. Yeah, he didn't give Manny Pacquiao. See, y'all don't look at it like it. Y'all got to look at it for what it was, right? Y'all have to look at it for what it is. He gave Errol Spence a whole lot of respect to say that I'm not coming in fighting Errol Spence off of no fucking injury. But I'll fight Manny Pacquiao, 1, because it's a bag. And I know I'm not going to get another chance to make a payday like this and fight a legend. And 2, it's because shit, you know what I'm saying? I think I can beat Manny Pacquiao. Even though my hand is fucked up and I'm injured and I do need surgery. Shit. Manny Pacquiao, he little and he old. I can fuck with it. Man, the motherfucker was up for like 2 days playing, got gambling and shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't give Manny Pacquiao no respect, but he should have. KG Alexander, my partner, he say, I hear a lot of facts with no feelings, Keith. That's all I'm saying. And y'all would think like, damn, he's the biggest Keith Thurman fan. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I respect Keith Thurman as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I like to watch Keith Thurman, but I'm an Errol Spence fan. But we just not going to sit up here and just, you know what I'm saying, throw one man under a bus. But I feel Errol Spence. Errol Spence don't like Keith Thurman. I'm going to tell y'all, me and Money was talking about this in my Batman. I'm going to let you cook. But me and Money was I got to take Batman off of mute. Hold on. Oh, he put himself on mute. But me and Money was talking about this last night. And I said, you know what? I said, I think that Keith Thurman rubbed Errol Spence the wrong way is because Keith Thurman, his attitude that he has, right? Keith Thurman has that attitude. Like if you hear Keith Thurman, right? He's smart. He's intelligent. But Keith Thurman is one of them motherfuckers that can rub certain people the wrong way because you hear him talking, you like, this motherfucker just think he know more than everybody. You know what I'm saying? He just think he know every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? He got like that snobby type of attitude, right? He just, you know what I'm saying? So some people don't like that shit. So Errol Spence, he hears Keith Thurman talking and he hear, you know, Keith Thurman think he just so much smarter than everybody. And EJ, you know what I'm saying? Being the type of cat that he is from the street, he don't like that shit. He like, man, this motherfucker just like, damn, I just can't stand to hear him talk. Like, this motherfucker just make me sick. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of it is. Because they all ducked him. You know what I'm saying? They all fucking ducked him. straight up and down. But I think that if anybody, you can't single out Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman was injured. If you go down the timeline, when Errol Spence got his belt, he was injured. Period. Point blank. That's all. That's it. That's all, folks. Like Batman say. And I'm gonna pass it to Batman, but I'm gonna read this super chat real quick. He says, just got here, man down, tank bomb squad, lines only leg. You missed a lot today. You already missed a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? But you know, class was in session. But go ahead, Batman. I already know Batman gonna argue about any. It don't matter. It don't matter how many facts I have. Batman, he gonna come with an argument. Go ahead, Batman.
About what? What are you talking about, man?
I'm just fucking with you. Nah, I'm fucking with you, man. Cause they be like, man, we love to hear you and Batman. Y'all gonna go at it. What's good with it? Salute, Batman. Tay, what's happening with it, Tay?
What's up, Keith? Tay, what's up, Tay? Motherfucking man, look, man. They all of them ducking. He won't get. The only reason Earl acting like that because Keith ain't give him his shot, man. Keith had a chance to give him his shot. He ain't give him his shot. So when because most of the time when you coming off the Olympics and you coming in the game, probably like usually your 15th, 16th fight, you get a shot at the title. That's what they usually try to do for the cats coming from out the Olympics. And you doing good in your pro career and you dominating, they try to get you a belt. Keith ain't want to participate. So, you know, but I still think Earl should fight him. That's my, you know what I'm saying? I still think Earl should fight him. And I look at it too as a business. He wasn't heavily known. Ain't none of them dudes want to really answer the test. They like, fuck it. I want to make some real money. I might as well fight Shawn. People know Shawn. People know Danny. People know Keith at the time. At that time. So they was trying to make some real money. Well, I mean, you can't fault them, but I mean, and then when he got his belt, that's when you can start faulting Shawn and Danny. I got a belt now. I got what y'all looking for. But no, y'all want to wait till Keith got to get rid of his belt. Y'all want to fight each other and probably. And then when Shawn got the belt, he could have went right and fought Earl. Well, no, he wanted to fight Ugas. Talk about I got a mandatory. Man, a fucking unification trumps a mandatory. So you was bullshitting for a minute. You just I guess you had to get your game plan together or whatever the fuck y'all. You did a good job because Earl sit there and fought your fight. He didn't really fight his fight. He fought your fight. But, you know, man, but I still think Errol Spence should fight Keith Thurman. Just to have him on the resume.
Right. And but see, Batman, and you got to look at it like this, right? Now you got Jerron Ennis, right? He's the Errol Spence right now. He's the Errol Spence. He ain't got no belt, but he a monster, right? Yeah. Now, if Jerron Ennis, right? If Jerron Ennis is calling out Errol Spence and Errol Spence is like, I ain't like, bro, I'm on the path. I'm on the path up. Like, why would I go fight you right now? Is Errol Spence ducking Jerron Ennis?
Nah, because Earl already on a trajectory. He on a mission to become undisputed.
Exactly. So Keith Thurman at that point in time, because we got to say, I broke down the timeline. Errol Spence didn't have no belt. Keith Thurman at that point in time, he's in the same position. He's looking at Errol Spence and Jerron Boots Ennis.
He want when Earl first called him out, he wasn't in that position. He was chasing Floyd.
But Keith Thurman had a belt, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about he ain't had an option where as though he was trying to fight for unification. He was chasing Floyd. All right. And then Floyd gave him the joint. Floyd said, go fight Earl. I'll fight you. He still ain't.
Yeah, he told Shawn Porter that too. So when I say that they was all ducking, because Danny Garcia was ducking him, I broke that down how Danny Garcia was ducking him, right? So the two that we have left is Shawn Porter, right, and Keith Thurman. Now the only time that you can say Keith Thurman was ducking him, and this is why I say Keith. This is when I start saying Keith Thurman ducked, right? Is when Floyd Mayweather put the offer on the table. Y'all want to fight me? And he said to see people leave out Shawn Porter. People just single out Keith Thurman. No, he said Keith Thurman or Shawn Porter. Whatever y'all wanted, whichever one of y'all wanted. If y'all want to fight me so bad, one of y'all step up to the plate, fight Errol Spence, right? I'll put my titles on the line for y'all to fight him. And if y'all can beat him, then I'll give y'all a fight. Both of them declined.
Oh, I'd have made them put that in writing. And then, but both of them declined, so they duck. So I mean, that's a duck.
Both of them declined. You dig what I'm saying? So you can't.
Lifetime.
Both of them declined.
You got a chance at an opportunity of a lifetime. So
right,
fucking duck.
Right, both of them did. Both, like you said, the key word is y'all. Both of them declined. Not just Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter. So when you fast forward past all of that, right? Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter were the only ones ducking Errol Spence. I mean, not Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia were the only one ducking Errol Spence when they had a belt and he had a belt.
Yeah, they ain't really want to fight him till after Mikey Garcia fight. I mean, after he ain't stopped Mikey and people was in their head that he ain't stopped Mikey and Mikey survived, but that was designed that way. And they got it in their head that I'm about it. And then he on top now. He on top.
They was the only ones ducking when everyone had belts. When Keith Thurman was out injured, because before that, Errol Spence didn't have no belt. When all of them had belts, they was the only ones ducking.
Which time ain't had no belt?
Huh?
Shawn Porter ain't had no belt.
When Shawn Porter had a belt after he went and beat Danny Garcia. Before that, Danny Garcia had the belt, and Errol Spence had that IBF belt. So at one point in time,
Keith Thurman had it. Remember? Keith Thurman had to let it go.
Danny Garcia had a WBC title.
And he fought Keith Thurman in law.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Keith Thurman let it go.
Because that was when he fought Keith Thurman, that was a unification bout.
Yeah, Keith Thurman had to let the belt go. So
and Shawn Porter ended up with it.
And Shawn Porter and Danny
Garcia
fought for it.
They fought for it. Yeah, they Shawn Porter and Danny Garcia, they fought for it. Right.
Shawn Porter got the belt and Errol Spence stepped on him. Remember?
Right. So when you really break all of this shit down, being unbiased and just looking at how the whole situation turned out, one name continues to pop up. It's Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter was the original. He was the one that was ducking most out of everybody. Shawn Porter ducked when he got the offer from Floyd Mayweather, and he ducked when they both had belts. When it was a unification bout. And Shawn Porter would have never stepped in the ring and fought Errol Spence if that shit hadn't happened with Mikey Garcia.
Remember Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia fight. Whoever would have won, Errol Spence stepped in the ring and said, Shawn, let's get it on now. Then he was like, man, yeah, we can get it on. We can get it on. Yeah, me and you. And then when he got at the podium, he was like, man, I got a mandatory, man. You know, I got a handle. And I'm like, what the fuck? You got a what?
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we tend to single Keith Thurman out, but when you get down to the facts, see, that's my whole thing. When you get down to the facts, you just got to keep it 100.
Nah, Keith Thurman
Keith Thurman.
Keith Thurman just one of them bad ass niggas you don't fucking like.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just Keith Thurman has a certain type of aura and attitude towards him that certain people don't like.
He like one of them. So you telling me Keith Thurman like one of them cousins that you don't see that often, but when he come around, you don't like that nigga, man. This nigga talk too fucking much.
Right.
He just say anything out the fucking mouth.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So when we get in these discussions and arguments about, oh no, Keith Thurman the biggest duck out of all of them. Keith Thurman the biggest duck out of all of them. That's not true. That's not a true statement. It's just like that we tend to single Keith Thurman out because maybe his mouth or maybe the type of attitude that he has that rubs certain people the wrong way. But if you really listen, to Keith Thurman, right? If you look past that and listen to the shit that Keith Thurman say, Keith Thurman always keep it 100, except for that Floyd Mayweather and that new shit that he just said. That was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to act like Floyd Mayweather was pulling strings and Errol Spence's back. Nah, bro, that's some bullshit. But other than that, if you listen to Keith Thurman, I respect him because whether it's some shit that he's telling us that you don't want to hear and it's gonna make himself look bad, he's still gonna keep it real. If you go back and listen to his interviews, he keep it 100. Well, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna fight him. It's just I think that Errol Spence is better than the rest of them guys. I think that he's the top. I rate him the top, and I'm gonna have to say that fight for when I'm all the way healthy. I'm not fighting him he keep it 100.
Man, there's only one duck right now at the welterweight division, man. And that's the number.
Who is that, Batman?
And that's the number 2 guy. That y'all keep saying the number 2 guy. The number 2 guy won't fight no fucking body.
Who said he's number 2? You talking about the number 2 guy at welterweight?
At welterweight.
Oh, okay.
The number 2 guy at welterweight won't fight nobody. Y'all just saw what they just put out talking about he about to fight Regis Prograis. It's gonna either be Regis, Jose. I can't even pronounce the nigga's last name, man.
Hey, bro, this shit crazy, man. 817 boxing. If you want to hop back on, like I said, you can hop back on. You know what I'm saying? I'll drop the link, man. But that's all I was saying last night, 817. You feel me? That's all I was saying because I had, shit. At one point, I think we was all on Keith Thurman head because I was on this fucking head. I was going on some shit like, man, I can't stand this motherfucker. Like, man, he keep ducking Errol, but it's like when you really sit down and look at it for what it is, you like, damn, well, he was injured. You dig what I'm saying? Like,
he was injured. But when he came back, he talking about I'm gonna fight you in 2022.
No, he said 2020. He said 2020 we'll fight. That's what he said.
Oh, that was right thing? All right, cool.
Yeah, he said 2020 we'll fight. He said this is a get back year. And then he said, I see us fighting around, 2020-ish, to 2020.
Yeah, but he posed. I mean, who wouldn't fight Pacquiao? All right, that's a bag. So
right,
bag he left behind with Mayweather. So I guess, man, look, man, Keith, man, I still fuck him up if I was Earl.
Now, before I let my man 817 boxing jump in on this, a lot of people is saying like us, we're saying that I think that EJ should still fight him. Now, I told Black Fight Fan that the other day on his show, and I didn't really get to follow up on what I meant because he's like, who the fuck? Why the fuck you want him to fight him? You know what I'm saying? When you got he finna fight Pacquiao and then Terrence Crawford out there. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, right, if Manny Pacquiao, when Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence fight, when Errol Spence beats Manny Pacquiao, right? If Terrence Crawford refused to fight Errol Spence, and then Errol Spence says, you know what, I'm gonna stay at 147 for one more fight. I'm not gonna move up right now. I'm gonna stay at 147 for one more fight. I think he should fight Keith Thurman, right? But if But if Terrence Crawford is available, if Terrence Crawford saying, yeah, I'll fight you, well, that's the fight that needs to happen. And then Errol Spence move up. But if Errol Spence gonna stay at 147, right, after he fight Manny Pacquiao and he don't get a fight with Terrence Crawford, but he decides to stay for one more fight, maybe because Jermell Charlo is still there. Well, I say the only other fighter I want to see him fight in that division is Keith Thurman. Make that shit happen. But other than that, he don't need to fight Keith Thurman unless they fight at 154 or something. But because what's the point? I'm not gonna I'm not gonna delay the plans that I have to fight you. We moved on from that. Unless you want to follow me to 154 and we can get it on there. That's it. That's how I feel about the situation.
Now, Keon, I'm with you. I'm not with you on him fighting Thurman next if he don't get Bud, and here's why.
Well, I'm saying if he don't get Bud and he stays and he decides to stay,
and he decides to stay at 147, right? Because he say he got 2 fights. He say he only got 2 fights left there, and Pacquiao one of them. We all know that the final fight is supposed to be Bud at 147 before he moves up. Okay, but I'm like this, my brother. I feel like Earl saying this too. Why in the fuck am I finna hand you an opportunity that, even though I know in my heart I'm gonna wash you? You feel what I'm saying? Why would I give you the opportunity at the bag when you fucked over me? When you had an opportunity, you had all kind of excuses. And I know, Keon, we done went through this. You feel what I'm saying? But the man been trying to fight Thurman for years, bro. For years. And it's always been an excuse, or injury, or this. And I'll fight that boy, and that's why he look at him like he do. So Earl looking at it, and the rest of us looking at it, and Black Fight Fan was probably looking at it like, nigga, fuck you. Starve, nigga. You feel me? The same way the Charlos look at Andre for backing out of that motherfucking fight the week of the fight. And nobody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know he's not really doing numbers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he's a credible opponent. And it's somebody that he should fight, but they got that history. You know what I'm saying? And when niggas lean back on their principles, on their morals, whatever they is, they go looking at that shit. Why the fuck am I gonna feed this motherfucker when he left me out to starve? You feel what I'm saying? And that's how Earl looking at Thurman, and that's why I say, fuck Thurman. I wouldn't fight him if I had the 3 belts or whatever, giving him an opportunity to eat. I mean, truth be told, Earl gonna watch him, and Thurman deserves the opportunity.
Let me say this real quick.
Opportunity to prove himself.
Can I say Let me say this real quick, right? And I get and I agree with you 100%. What you saying, I get what you said. But to answer your question, why is because you know what? I did it for Danny Garcia, and he ain't give me no fucking opportunity, right? He wouldn't give me no opportunity, and I fought Danny Garcia, and he ain't had nothing to offer but a fucking just to say I fought Danny Garcia, right? He didn't give me no opportunity when he had a belt. When I was calling him out ever since 2015, he was downplaying me, acting like I wasn't fucking shit. That I was just nothing was special about me. He was overpricing himself when asked about fighting me. He did all of that. Danny Garcia and his pops was talking shit to me, right? So they did all of that, and I gave them a shot. So shit, I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. You already did it with Danny Garcia, right? He ain't had nothing to offer. So I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it ain't like you ain't did it before with Danny Garcia.
But Keon, it's also, you know what I'm saying, the way Thurman go about shit too. Cause you know, when Ugas and Earl got mentioned, when the WBA did their thing or whatever and call themselves elevating because Manny was on that bullshit, you know what I'm saying, playing around with their belt. You see, and I mean, at this point, Thurman grasping at whatever straws he can to be relevant. Cause what he do, he hit Ugas up, say, now, if you and me fight and you beat me, that makes your fight. You feel what I'm saying? Anything he can do to get in. And that's another thing, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a snake crawling on his belly. I'm just saying, you know, how I'm just talking in the mind of Errol Spence and looking at it from that aspect. Anything this snake can do to get in, he'll do. You feel what I'm saying? But when the shoe was on the other foot, it was everything under the sun to keep him from getting in that ring. Now, we went down the timeline.
He
You
didn't
know what
have
I
a
mean?
belt. He didn't.
In fact,
Errol
we
Spence
went
didn't have a
right.
belt. 817.
Right. We went down the timeline. We know that Shawn wanted to run with the bag for as long as he could because he knew Earl was going to watch his ass and he was going to go back, just like Earl said, for not being on pay-per-view. The only time you touch pay-per-view is when you with somebody else. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, we know he wanted to run with the bag and the belt. Keon, you on point with that. You know what I'm saying? I can't argue that. But what I'm saying to you is it's the manner in which he do it. You feel what I'm saying? That's the thing. And like you said, it's personalities and people too, but it's the manner in which he go about it, Keon, that got everybody like, if anybody get a fuck you, it's Thurman. You feel what I'm saying? Besides Bud at 147, if anybody gonna get a fuck you out the fans and everybody, it's gonna be Thurman because of that type shit.
But let me say this. All right. Keith Thurman, right? He ducked him the first, like when he was 1-15. He ducked him when he got his belt, but he was hurt. He got injured when he got his belt. He came back. He fought a tune-up fight. Now tell me which one of them three guys wouldn't turn each one of each other down for Manny Pacquiao. No, I'm just asking. Which Errol, Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia, who wouldn't turn each other down for fighting?
Exactly. They all would have. They was all breaking their neck to fight Manny Pacquiao. All of them would have ran to fight Manny Pacquiao.
All right, Keith fucked up and lost his belt. But as a man, you was running from me. I want to show everybody I would have fucked you all the way around. And when it's all said and done, I beat all the top guys at 147. Can't nobody say nothing about my resume.
Facts, Batman. Facts.
And that's how I feel, Batman. I feel that if you don't, that's why I made it specifically clear that okay, you beat Manny Pacquiao, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna stay for one more fight at 147, right? And Bud fuck around and you know what I'm saying, refuse to fight you. You gotta fight Keith Thurman. He the only one left to me. Now you ran the fucking whole gauntlet of that whole era, right? You ran through that whole era, and it's a big fight. Who else you gonna fight? Ugas? I don't want to see you fight Ugas. I want to see you fight Keith Thurman, right?
Okay, now
fight him, get your get back for him ducking you. Get your get back for whatever way you feel about him, right? You don't like him, go in there and beat his motherfucking ass and beat the respect out of him. And see, Danny Garcia, y'all need to go check y'all timeline. Danny Garcia never gave Errol Spence his respect until Errol beat it out of him.
Beat his ass.
You right.
Respect out of him.
Beat the shit out of him. You right.
And he never would give Errol Spence no type of praise, credit, respect, nothing until he went and beat it out of him.
Him or Angel. You right.
I'll name all the joints. Mike Garcia, he was like, oh, he a little guy. Errol Spence can't really do that to nobody. Big. I'm too big. I hit hard. Man, that shit ain't nothing. Then who else he fighting for? Shawn. He was like, man, he barely won. Man, he barely won a Shawn. Man, I beat Shawn for real. See, he was just downplaying, and Earl still gave him a shot.
Right, like that's all I'm saying.
And like I said, Earl will be the fucking man if he just say, fuck it. I beat all y'all. Even if I get the Bud fight and beat his ass. My last fight from leaving 147 will be him. Cause
I don't agree with you on that because if you get the Bud fight, ain't nothing else for move up. If Thurman wants to move up to 140, 154 and get the smoke,
that's what I see.
But once y'all listen.
Okay, go ahead.
Ain't the best fights when the motherfuckers don't like each other?
Right.
When a motherfucker hates you, them be the best fights. And then, as me as Earl, I can say I beat everybody y'all said that was good at 147. Now I'm gone up and take on if Jamal ain't gonna get out my way. See, that gives room for Jamal to go ahead and get out my way. I'm undisputed. I'm gonna fight Keith Thurman. Once I fight Keith Thurman, I'm gone. Mo, you better go ahead and move up or do something, or I'm coming to see you. I mean, it is what it is.
Now, Big John, you right. You right about that. But here's the thing. I'm not gonna if Earl, let's just say in a perfect world, Earl beats Pacquiao like we all expect, and he get the Bud fight. Somehow, some way he get the Bud fight and he beat Bud. Earl already told us staying at 147, he can do it. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, you know what I'm saying? It's a struggle and he don't want to continue to force himself to do it. Me, myself, like I say again.
My bad, 817. My bad to cut you off, but man, why are y'all sitting up in here and won't hit the like button? Hit the like button. This shit is ridiculous right here. This shit, it don't make no sense for this shit. Y'all hit the like button. Go ahead, 817.
Big fact. Smash the like button, man. It don't cost you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Cost you nothing. The time you in here, shit, you can smash that like button and come right on back in. Come on now. But I just want to say, yeah, man, I don't see at that point after becoming the king of the division. I mean, that's even worse than giving them an opportunity with the 3 belts and the 4 belts and staying at 147, going through another training camp for his monkey ass. I say, at that point, Key, come see me at 154. You feel me? At 154, all it is then is a mano and mano respect thing. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't, you can't talk about money, belts, all that shit out the way. You know what I'm saying? And it's basically a legacy fight, and that's a real get back mano and mano test your nuts fight. You feel me? But while Earl got some on the line, fuck Thurman. It's payback. You feel what I'm saying? But you right, Keon. I'm going to tell you right, and I'm going to say you right in front of every goddamn body. All them niggas duck. All of them duck. And all of them had, all of them duck. It ain't no different levels of ducking, really. You feel what I'm saying? A duck is a duck. It's a motherfucking duck. Angel was disrespectful. Kenny was disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Bernie the boxer be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Bomac be disrespectful. And that's why they all on the motherfucking list. And they walking them down one by one. But Keon, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like the fans kind of feel like Thurman is the one that really don't deserve the end at the belts. You know what I'm saying? Because when he had it, he was kind of arrogant when he held up the division for it. So fuck you. Come see me at 154 and we'll get this shit out the way.
Yeah, I agree with the 154 because I feel what Batman's saying, but you can't expect that man if he got his sights on moving up, right? And he telling you like it's 2 more fights. One is Manny Pacquiao, and then I'm going after Bud. If not, I'm moving up. You can't have him hold up what he gonna do just for Keith Thurman, and Keith Thurman put him through that bullshit. So you know what I'm saying? I do want to see him and Keith Thurman fight, but shit, but listen, I don't want him to fucking hold up what he's doing.
Listen to this. I'm about to break this down like this. Me as a man, I'm not doing what the next man doing. If the next man want to act like a female or bitch, I'm not gonna put that on me. I'm not. Oh, he ain't want to give me my opportunity. Okay, I got envy for him, but I ain't got the envy whereas though. Oh man, he couldn't. He ain't want me to eat with him. We in the hurt business. I get to hurt you. Oh, you ain't want me to eat with you? All right, I'm gonna let you eat with me, but I'm gonna fuck you all the way up. I'm gonna put my foot so far in your ass, man. I mean that's the attitude these niggas need to get. Stop with this. All right, man. All right, he ain't do this for me. All right, cool. You ain't do it. I know you scared of me for real. I know you scared of me. You only doing this to eat. I'm gonna let you eat, but this is personal for me. I'm gonna put your ass in a hurt locker. But you know what I'm saying? Boxing changing, man.
And J.A. Dixon, I'm not saying that Keith Thurman should be able to come off a loss and a layoff. I'm not saying that. Now, don't get me wrong. Keith Thurman, he got to get in the win column. So he got to have a fight. He got to win, and he got to look good. So no, that's all. I'm not saying that Keith Thurman could just come off the motherfucking couch. No, that ain't what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, I feel that either Errol, like I said, if he going after Bud, if he after the Manny Pacquiao fight, if he's saying that he want to stay to go after Bud, if that don't pan out, and he still want to stay for one more fight, I wanted to see it be Keith Thurman, right?
I want to see. I don't even want to see him. I want to see Bud fight Keith Thurman. That's what I really want to see.
If he move up, but see now, if he move up and Keith Thurman, but if Errol move up, I guarantee you, and drop them belts, Keith Thurman gonna forget all about Errol Spence.
No, I'm talking about. I want to see Bud fight him while he about to fight Pacquiao. I want to see some shit like that.
But Bud, man, you know what, man? But man, I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I'm tired of saying this. He don't get no type of competitive nature over on that side. Is no other.
But that's gonna come back to hunt him.
Yeah, it's gonna come back to bite him. But
come back to hunt him. I'm telling y'all.
Here's the thing, though. Here's one little nugget, and believe me when I tell you, if anybody's sick of Bud, it's me, goddamn. But here's one thing I can say: if this, in fact, all right, this is his last. I'm talking about the man hanging on by a thread, because if in fact this his last fight with Top Rank, you know what I'm saying? You have to think out of them 3 people that he named, Zepeda probably is the one that's gonna be the cheapest, and we know that's Bob Angle. And from what's being said, I mean, we won't know till it go down. This is his quote unquote last fight, so I can see him. You know what I'm saying? I can see Bob going out the cheapest way possible, trying to make Bud look the worst that he possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Will provide him an opponent on his way out. Now, if Bud re-sign with Top Rank or don't take the Earl fight next, that's it. You know what I'm saying? He in a sunken place. That's just where it is. He already in a sunken place for me, for the Dutton. But I'm just saying, for credibility-wise, and you know, when we talk about, like you say, the facts, we know that Bob basically been, you know what I'm saying, fucking over a lot of people in boxing, especially when you leave in his stable. You feel what I'm saying? So Bud already been trashed anyway, and I mean, he can only be blamed for it because he re-signed. He had a map to the underground, to lead the Underground Railroad, and his ass ran back to the plantation. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, on his way out, I see it's basically you get what you ask for. You know what I'm saying? You want the motherfucker to protect you, but it ended up ruining your career, and he fucking you on the way out with somebody like Zepeda.
Man, it's just like, man, Bud, bro, I'm sick of what I'm sick of really is his motherfucking fans making excuses for every fucking wrong move they make. Like and him not fighting nobody throughout, basically, I mean, let's keep it 100. Basically throughout his whole fucking career. If your best opponents on your whole resume and you 34 years old is Gamboa that had to move up in weight to fight you, right? And fucking goddamn Victor Postal that only had one notable win on his resume before he fought you. If that's your 2 best opponents on your whole resume, that shit gonna come back to hunt you, because see, that shit that y'all see with Bud, it could be, and I'm not saying it is, I'm saying it could be smoke and mirrors. And what I mean by that is when you get a fighter, right? And they're fighting a certain level of competition, right? That they're just so much better than, because they fight C level, maybe B- level competition at best, right? And they're these matchmaking, they making the perfect matchup style matchups for him, and he running through them, right? Now he ain't never fought nobody that's gonna give him a fucking real test. He ain't never fought another A-level opponent. Errol Spence know what it's like to be in there with another dog. You see what I'm saying? Shawn Porter know what it's like to be in there with another dog. Keith Thurman know what it's like. Manny Pacquiao know what it's like. They all know what it's like to be in there with somebody like that. Bud ain't never had that experience. So in his head, he just think, I'm just so much better than everybody. I'm just better. I'm light years above. Everybody around me telling me I'm light years above everybody. I'm just so much better than everybody. Then when he get in the ring with one of them, another A-class opponent, and it's a lot different than being in the ring with them other level opponents, and they never put you in the position to prepare you for that. It might backfire. Just like when AB got in the ring with Marcos Madonna and moved up in weight. He never was put in a position to prepare himself for that. So when the motherfucking train came, that bitch bulldozed him over because he didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to get out of the way fast enough. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, what you seeing with Bud, it might be smoke and mirrors.
Man, the last time Bud Crawford been in the ring with another dog is in the amateurs, man. When you can't get nobody.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, Bud, this and that. But man, come on, bro. As long as we've been involved in boxing, how many fighters have we seen that we like, God damn, this motherfucker is like, he amazing. He's just running through everybody. And then as soon as he get in the ring with that other opponent that's on that same level as him, or maybe a little better, but we didn't know it, it's a whole different ball game. You're like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? You're like, shit. I thought he was this and I thought he was that. You know, and I hear what all of the sparring partners, right, say, man, Bud is special, Bud is, and he just may be. I'm not saying
all the sparring partners don't be that good. It ain't like he.
But see, this is and this is what I'm gonna say, Batman. Oh, he's this and he's that, he's this and he's that, right? Well, they say that the Errol Spence's sparring partners say the same thing about him.
Man,
y'all get what I'm saying? Errol Spence's sparring partners say the same thing about him.
Everybody's sparring partners say the same thing. So what you talking about?
You see what I'm saying? So when people make the fact that, well, Shakur Stevenson, you know, he say that Bud is just special in the ring. You know, he be in the ring with, well, Shakur Stevenson ain't never been in the ring with Errol Spence, because the guys that been in the ring with Errol Spence, they say the same shit about him.
Man, but like I said, Key, man, the man ain't been in the ring with another dog since the amateurs, man. Name a dog he been in the ring with. And then these three opponents they about to pick, the only one that's a real dog is Regis.
So what are these three opponents that they came up with? Because I'm hearing people talk about it. I didn't catch wind of it yet, though.
It's Regis, somebody named Jose.
Give me 1 second. Go ahead and cook, Batman. Let me answer this phone call.
Man, I'm just trying to see at 147, man. I'm just trying to see this shit break down and just get back to this man shit, man. Motherfuckers get the fighting, the best fighting the best. We haven't had. I mean, we about to get Pacquiao, Earl. What about that other side of the street, man? The only best fighting over there is fucking Teofimo Lopez and the last best fight was Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. Lomachenko about to fight Navarrete. That's a good fight. That's a hell of a fight, because for real, I think that was a draw between him and Teofimo Lopez. I don't even think Lopez beat him for real, but you know, we just need fights, man, that motherfucker can be proud of going to watch, man. Cause it like in the streets, like in DC, man, we don't even motherfuckers don't be hyped like it used to be Trinidad, De La Hoya, who else? Who else a motherfucker go look? De La Hoya, Sweet Pea, when everybody went in the house to go watch this shit. That shit was at barbershops around here. All that shit, man. But now you can't even do that shit no more, because these guys that's the best and everybody that be talking about, they not fighting each other. Their fans keep on barking at each other, talking about, oh, he'll beat him. And then I'm tired of this fantasy shit talking about this why this guy beat this guy. Put these niggas in the fucking ring and just let them go, man.
Now, let me ask you a question, Batman. Right now, I just seen that Blue Blood. He had a video that he put up not too long ago, and he says is down to. I don't know how true it is. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just seen the title. He says it's down to Regis Prograis and Jose Ramirez. Right now, this
and it's another name.
Right now, this lets you know about why Jose Ramirez just lost to Josh Taylor.
But
why is Jose Ramirez one of the names? Now, and then Regis Prograis, he not even a fighter that fights at 147. They ain't never fought at 147. Regis Prograis had to move up to fucking 147 to fight Bud Crawford. Jose Ramirez coming off a loss, got to move up to 147 to fight Bud Crawford. This is y'all pound for pound number one guy. Though. I mean, I don't know, man. I think they make it if that has nothing to do with Bud Crawford, and I'm gonna keep it 100, right? I ain't gonna do Bud like that. I don't think that has anything to do with Bud Crawford. But if Bud stays anywhere near top rank after his contract runs out, I don't ever want to hear his name again. Right? Like I said, I don't think these names that we are hearing has anything to do with Bud, except for Jose Ramirez, because hey, Batman, Bud came out with his dream list, and Jose Ramirez was on his dream list, win, lose, or draw.
Yeah, Jose and Mikey and Virgil.
And Virgil Ortiz. So yeah, so man, I don't know, dog, but I'm at a loss for words when talking about Bud, bruh. Real talk. But if he stay anywhere near top rank when this shit is over with, when his contract run out, I don't want to hear his fucking name no more, because they talking about, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? And all this shit are just rumors. I don't know what Bud Crawford gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they're gonna do. All of it is just rumors, so don't quote me on shit, right? But
I mean, Bob supposed to say it out his mouth at an interview or something.
What'd he say?
That shit that Blue Blood was saying. He said Bob supposed to say it in the interview.
Well, no, I'm talking about the next move that Terrence Crawford is gonna make after.
You talking about
after his contract run out? I don't know what he gonna make. You know what I'm saying? So don't quote me. But if the rumors is that, you know, he been running around here behind the scenes with MTK Global, and a lot of people think he finna sign with the MTK Global management team, right? They're a management team. Now, MTK Global, they work with Top Rank hand in hand. So that means that you still gonna be right around there with Top Rank.
G5, what's up, G5?
What G5? Oh yeah, my bad, G5 Gabe. I put that up there a long time ago. Got the cooking and forgot. Man, salute to my man G5 Gabe in that super chat. He say, smash that like button, it's free. Smash the like button. It's it. Don't cost you nothing. And my man, Mr. Mechanical off in the building. What's happening with it? He says, in typical Bud fashion, bomb bashing smaller guys. Don't make no sense, bro. Don't make no sense. Dwayne Freeman say, excuse me, he say, how Bud's supposed to get a big pay-per-view fight October if his contract ends in October? Oh, he's not gonna fight on pay-per-view. He fighting on ESPN. He fighting on ESPN. So if he is fighting on ESPN, right? That's his last fight. So we know it has to be on ESPN. We know it ain't gonna be pay-per-view. So with that being said, it might be a fucking Jose Cepeda or fucking a goddamn what's his name? Ramirez.
Hey, can I say this though?
Go ahead.
I see all these motherfuckers keep getting on wild about being silent, man. Man, look, man. That man don't want to, dog. It's like this, dog. By hearing that shit, by a man just what a man just tried to do to you, y'all want me to speak. Y'all want me. Slim, I know how sometimes people know how it is. Sometimes some people got this in them. You got a fucking voice in your fucking head telling you man, fuck this nigga up. Sometimes, all the time, most of the time, I be listening to my self-conscious. That man don't want to fuck the whole situation up. He want to get that man in the ring and do that man dirty, man. So all them bitch ass niggas like the nigga, the zone niggas. What's their name? Barack and what else?
Them clown ass man.
Yeah, them turncoat ass niggas and who else, man? It was another nigga, man. It was somebody else. Dog, the man don't want to talk because every time he talk, y'all say all videos out there about Fury cheating. But what he gonna say? He been saying it to y'all the whole time. But y'all been down in this shit in this videotape. So why would I even talk about it and y'all push it off in the media in the first place? To make me look crazy.
Right.
I'ma just keep on letting y'all make up y'all fucking, because when I didn't say nothing about it, remember when he lost, he went silent for a whole fucking 6-7 months. Y'all was, he's depressed. He's about to kill himself. He about to jump off the building. Where's Deontay Wilder? All that shit, man.
Right. And Dwayne Freeman, he say that Bob said it's gonna be on pay-per-view. Against who? I guess Bob he don't mind having to pay Bud out of his own pocket again and losing money because shit. Who he gonna fight on pay-per-view? Who he gonna fight on pay-per-view?
I mean, Josh Taylor, that's it. They might get selling pay-per-view.
And Josh Taylor and him ain't gonna sell no pay-per-view because he ain't known enough in the US.
I'm talking the UK. They sell it over there.
But they need our dollar. That's too that market is too small.
Yeah, but a couple of it's gonna be. I mean,
right,
right. He's so fake linked in with a rack of other guys that are superstars and other fields of sport. He don't even. Hey, dog. I be looking at that shit. I be like, these niggas be having all this shit in their hands and don't even use it, man.
Kwame said that's a damn lie. He said then they would have had paid Porter. Yeah, like I mean, why would you? That's the pay-per-view that could sell. But see, he don't want to split the bag with PBC at the end of the day. I have to see that shit official for me to believe that he's gonna be on pay-per-view.
Man.
Yeah. Harry Jones, Wilder did say that. Did you hear that, Batman? Wilder said that in the future he want to fight on Juneteenth, and he said he said in the first person he'll call up to see what's going on with him is Gary Russell.
I saw the jump.
Yeah.
I was gonna call in yesterday and get on Fred. When he got to talk about that once a year shit, man, you should have just said the truth. Getting blackballed. He ain't fight no once a year.
I don't think Wilder was, you know what I'm saying, he really don't know.
Nah, he really don't know. That's why I said Fred should have, you know what I'm saying? Fred should have said, I don't think he want to fight once a year. But I mean, it's cool though. That shit ain't about nothing. But I mean,
what you talking about at everything boxing? I think you're wrong. Fury has made $60 million without worrying about American dollars. Where he made $60 million at without worrying about American dollars? Where? Because the biggest fights that Fury had were the two Deontay Wilder fights. The other fights he had flopped.
No, he got $100 million. I mean, the first fight with Deontay Wilder got him $100 million. So, man,
what you mean? So what you saying don't make no sense. Fury was down and out, fucking. You know what I'm saying? Fury was down on his dick before he fought Deontay Wilder.
He was broke, and Deontay Wilder the only one gave him his opportunity.
Straight up, Fury was down on his dick before he fought Deontay Wilder. Come on, man. So you mean to tell me that he made $60 million off of fighting Klitschko? Is that what you trying to say? I don't understand what you're trying to say.
He definitely ain't make, because he was the underdog fighting Klitschko.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what do you mean? Where do people get this Like, where do people come off getting this shit that they be typing in the comment section sometimes? I don't know, bro.
Man, I just want to see a good fight, man. Even with them, I want to see a good, clean fight, man. Hope Deontay knock his ass smack
You
out.
gonna see a good clean fucking motherfucker gonna go to sleep comfortably. He gonna go to sleep comfortably. He ain't gonna feel no pain once that motherfucking brick hit him upside his goddamn jaw.
This nigga Otto, what's his name? The dude he fought. The
Who?
dude he fought before Wilder. The dude that split
Otto Wilden.
Who?
Otto Wilden.
Yeah, he couldn't even fucking. Come on, man. This one punch knockout shit now. And that man,
bro, all of that shit that Fury them say is bullshit. That's why Wilder had his headphones on. I don't need to hear shit you saying. I don't need to hear shit, none of that.
But the nigga.
And then I'm gonna let y'all know that shit. They try to say shit like, "Oh, we're not training." They've been training, bro. Don't listen to none of that shit. They've been training. They've been training.
That nigga Sugar Hill is fucking a disgrace, man. He a disgrace, dog. I ain't lying.
Oh yeah, he is. He's a cat. When I look, he rubbed me the wrong way, though, bro. Like how he be having that fucking fake ass little, you know what I'm saying, smirk and like, man, that motherfucker, you can tell he dirty, bro. Look at that.
Yeah, that too. But it's just. Damn, dog, you just gonna sit here and play with our intelligence like that, dog?
Right.
I'm just saying, cause, dog, you talking about knockout power, dog? Man, look, you can't grow it, you can't teach it. Listen, it's two things in boxing that's God-given, dog. God got to bless you with a hell of a chin. And God bless you with power, dog.
And he ain't never had power in his 30 plus years of living. All of a sudden now he got power. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden now this motherfucker got superpowers and shit.
Nah,
like
and then when I be about to break shit down to a nigga, I be like, dog, Deontay Wilder hit that man in that fight. Deontay Wilder landed that brick on that man cleanly one time. I'm talking about cleanly on his chin. And the man took it. Dog, what man you know that man hit cleanly on the chin and he took the punch, dog?
Right.
But you know, we crazy though.
Come on, bro. Like I said, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I'm gonna be in the building right there. You know what I'm saying? Center ring, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait, man. I can't wait for this massacre to happen. You know what I'm saying? Live and in color. Straight up and down.
I hope that nigga wear the earphones on the way in and all that shit.
Hey, real shit. Because, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck I got to talk for? I don't got nothing to say to you motherfuckers. I don't like none of y'all. Y'all don't like me. What is we talking to each other for?
Baby. Then they try to tell the bitch ass nigga, what's the nigga, the light skinned one on the zone? What's his name?
Ak.
Yeah, his bitch ass. I ain't like the way he.
No, Barack. I think his name is Barack.
He gonna say I don't like the way he disrespected the white lady that was doing the thing. I don't like the way he disrespected her. Man, you bitch ass nigga. Fuck you.
Shut your bitch ass up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about?
That's what I wanted to do, man. I swear, man.
And she checked him, though. She was like, she checked him. She was like, Deontay Wilder did speak to me, but y'all didn't see it on camera. The camera didn't get it. She said that Deontay Wilder told her that, I'm not speaking. It's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. I don't have nothing personal with you, but I'm not speaking to media. So she had to clear that up. Know,
but he said that afterwards. When they left off stage and he caught her in the back, he just apologized to her and shit. Yeah, she said that.
Yeah, but like, bro, you know what I'm saying? What that got to do with y'all?
Hey, man, I don't know.
They ain't had nothing to say when the media was disrespecting him. They had nothing to say about all the disrespect the media was doing towards him.
Nah, like Ego said though. Like Ego said today, I just looked at Ego. they ain't do none of this shit when Billy Joe Saunders wasn't showing up for his press conference. None of that shit.
None of it. None of it. But we know why.
Yeah, he was playing head games. It's crazy, man. The way they be trying to, man, make us look, man. It's crazy, dog. But when another, especially if you white and you do it, it's good. You white and you do it, it's good. But when you black and do that shit, you arrogant. Like, go look at Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor. One day on Skip and Shannon, when Skip was talking about, Shannon said, man, yeah, he tried to act like Mayweather, but don't nobody say. He's like, man, that's bravado, and he tried to big the shit up. But when Floyd do it, it's arrogance and all this other goofy shit, man. These dudes, man, damn, man, we can't win to lose in this world, man. That's crazy.
Right. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Man, Mr. Mechanical, he say, Batman, how close Gary Antoine to getting the top 5 of at 140? He says, I got him steamrolling through the division. DMV, let's go. And salute to Mr. Mechanical, man. Salute.
I think Antoine gonna get treated like Errol did, man, until he can get him a shot at one of them titles, man. I mean, they put him at number 5. He's number 5 in the WBA, but I guess, man, he might get treated like Earl till he get him a title, man.
That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. I would love to get him on the show too, man. I would love to get him on the show.
I'll try to make it happen.
Yeah, man. We need him, man. And we need him out here, getting his name. Stand on these niggas' necks, man. Once his name get to that status, they ain't gonna, be able to duck him for too long. But yeah. Anything else you wanna cook on? Anything else you want to say before we close out, Batman?
Nah, not for real, man. I'm just waiting for, man, we get back to the golden age of boxing, man. That's all I'm waiting for, man. I'm just waiting for them to drop. The whole year is gonna be 5 fights, all 5. Every fight gonna be 5. Every undercard gonna be 5. I'm just waiting for that, man. I'm tired. Man. I'm tired of them using boxing as a business and tricking the fans, man.
Hey, Wilder talked about that shit too. Wilder was cooking, bro. Wilder was cooking. Wilder had the mentality that a real old throwback, a real man, dude. He got the mentality of just, we don't see that no more in boxing. You know what I'm saying? We don't see that no more, man.
Shit, give my brother a shot. Y'all gonna see it from him too.
Well, I know. Well, of course. You know what I'm saying? Gary got that same mentality too. All of the wrestlers got that mentality. But you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Wilder because of the interview, so he was the first one in my mind.
Like Earl got the same mentality, but Shawn Porter got the same mentality sometimes, man. But when he get in the ring, the only person I seen him avoid was Earl, but when he got in the ring, he fought like a dog. So
yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Shawn Porter, man, you can't, other than that little situation where he was ducking Errol for that, for that point in time when he was ducking Errol Spence, you can't say nothing bad about Shawn Porter. You know what I'm saying? You really can't. He done fought them all. But man, Batman, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. If y'all ain't hit the like button, make sure y'all hit that like button. But man, y'all already know, you know what I'm saying? Batman, appreciate you. Like I said, always love cooking with you. Everybody else in the building, man, appreciate y'all coming through, showing love. Even the one that was in the background hating. You did. Even the haters. You know what I'm saying? We see y'all. But anyway, man, hit the like button. We'll be back on tomorrow again. Make sure that y'all go check out Money Brown TV. He will be on live Cooking, because he got his live back. He'll be on Cooking Live tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time. 8 p.m. Central Time. Tonight he gonna be back on. So make sure that y'all go check out Money Brown TV. Go subscribe to Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Go subscribe to Lord to the Game Boxing Talk. And then y'all already know what it is, man. They ain't gonna talking that boxing again. And I'm gone.